be a good rep. How do you do that? You're adding them with value that when they're not even part of the plan or the product or the journey yet. So simple things like I share on my socials are like recipes, so they know when they join our team, they're going to be getting good value, they're going to be getting help with their food, they're going to be getting help with their snacks. It also shows if you're consistent on your socials, sharing positive stuff, sharing helpful stuff, sharing valuable stuff, they know that you're going to be checking in with them. They know that you're going to be looking after them whilst they're on plan, whilst they're taking. And it gives your customer loads and loads of knowledge as well. Like, the more knowledge we have, it's obviously easier for us to do our job, but the more knowledge your customer has, the better they're going to be just on their health journey, and that's super important. Number two, sharing your own health journey and also sharing your customer's journey. Like, everybody in here, I imagine, is on their own health journey, right? Put your hand up if you're on your own health journey. Right, okay.
I don't look like it though.
So, sharing your own health journey is really important, and I think the more that you can get under your tab as well, like, the more you've got to speak about it. I've got weight gain, I've got weight loss, and I've got a pregnancy journey, skin, hair, energy, like everything. So I can speak to just about any customer about any sort of goal. And I'm sharing that on my profile as well, and also sharing your customer results in their journeys and how they're feeling and how they're looking and all them things. And then last one is just asking people, like, how many times a day are you and your team asking people if they are interested? Asking people if they want to order, asking people if they have a goal, if they have something they want to change, if they've got something that they want to feel better, look better. Also as well, you've got a good trust with your customers from sharing valuable knowledge and sharing your journey and being product and product, all these things. When you get that order, we've always been asking customers to share their delivery, so get them to share it on their socials, so you're teeing them up to join the team. And then that shows their socials that, oh, that person's ordered, I'm going to go click on it, it drives them to your page. So asking your customers to share their delivery, asking your customers to share their results, asking your customers just to share a little bit of their journey on their socials, so you've got free advertising. And that's us.
Love that. Woo!
So obviously we're getting your own customers too, and I got the short straw today. But the first thing we always think is being a product of the product and sharing your journey. Obviously we've got to talk about using the product as a representative and sharing your journey as well, like Leah's just said, sharing the struggles that you go through and how you're going to overcome them struggles, like how the product solves the problems for us, and sharing that kind of journey. And the next bit, we've got making sure you're following up with inquiries. Like, I think people don't follow up enough, and the quote, the fortune is in the follow-up. I think half of our customers and team members and half of us probably wouldn't have joined, and if we hadn't been followed up with, asking questions to find what they actually need help with, rather than just throwing a load of information at them. Adding them into the customer support group, or the testimonials. The testimonials group that we've got to show them results, because the results are key to give them something physical to look at and show what's possible for them. Interacting with your potentials, keeping that potential warm, making sure you're liking and loving, not just showing them that they're a sale. We want to be the actual friend as well and care about them. Looking after current customers to get reorders and referrals, that's winner. How many people have we had through referrals? It's such an important thing. So making sure we're there for them, making sure they know that our inbox is there for them. And then the final one is doing polls, sharing loads of results, testimonials, stories. Polls actually never work for me, but they are amazing for lots of other people, so I do them anyway. You never know, you might just get one person that votes and that could change their lives. So yeah, that's all.
Encouraging them to showcase the products, their lifestyle, and then encouraging them to share their story, why they're using the products, why they started on the product, because no customers without any products. Any team members that want to go to their promotion have to use the products. And then encouraging them to talk to customers, teach them how to talk to customers. There's a verbiage, there's a lex, there's a word on how to talk to customers. Encouraging them to build their confidence, and then encouraging them to market the product on social social media, and then off social media. Very important. So many people are addicted to social media like Gladys. But right now, encouraging my team member to talk to people outside, on the train, on the bus, at work, at school. Very important. And then encourage them to follow up on customers. Very important. And then building customer relationship. Friendship is very important. And then encouraging them to go on personal development and teach them on how to create the vision board. Because every team member that wants to get promotion must first see it in a vision. Nothing ever can become a partner plus or PND plus without a vision. So you have to put it down on a paper and see it first. Before I became IMD, I had to put it down. So anybody that wants to get partner plus or PND plus has to put it on a paper, vision board. And then when they put it on the vision board, then it can be done. And then we also teach them how to use the products. That's it for now. Thank you.
Woo!
Table, by the way.
Woo!
Worked it out. You guys stay sat down at your age. 450 years of experience with that table. You're doing really well. Anyway. Right, crack on, Mom. Crack on. Right, is anybody else on me?
It's really hot,
Right, use the products, set an example by putting customers on and by putting franchise partners on. Don't tell, show and do. Right? That's what I've always tried to do over the past 15 years in the business.
Woo!
Work for me. I can't do what you youngsters do. What, 3006, whatever it is. Keep it simple, stupid. Know their numbers. I don't mean the phone number because you might get done. Right? Know their numbers. For instance, I remember John, he was PB and he was sort of like 25 short of getting PB. He said, John, I said, you're 25 short of your PB, what are you doing? Don't let it go. So I was always knew where he was, but I wasn't behaving like a boss. I was being like an idiot like I always do, right? But I reminded him, yeah? That's keep in touch without being a boss. That is massive to me, that. Who wants a boss? That's why you're here, because you don't want one. Okay, keep it simple. What I mean is, you know, I remember when we first came on board, I used to go to meetings and we'd hear all about the marketing plan way to the top. And it used to blow my mind. And I would just be in and just say, well, just why don't we just remember, majority of people won't make NMD, but they've got the opportunity to do that, right? So don't teach everyone, you know, how the telly works. Just tell them how to switch it on and keep it simple. Tell them how to get to the first position. If you've got 4 customers, partner plus, themselves, family and friends, that's all they need to know, right? And that's the fuel that sends this rocket to the moon. Thank you.
Woo!
Thankfully, I'm very blessed with my leaders in the business, and we are always walking the walk with events. So our top 3 tips would be, the first one, when someone initially starts, is the shake party. So Lou is the queen of this, but it's sort of like a launch, but also a very intimate, just where someone's just joined the business and they want their friends and family to love the products. So very small, 5 to 10 people, their besties, their family, in home. One of us uplines will go around there, we'll take something that we've made, like protein balls or whatever, and we'll just literally have a chat about the products. So that is the shake party, and obviously most of the time we can get them to Partner Plus at this point. Okay, so that's their launch done. Then they feel more confident about the products themselves and can talk about it easily. The second one is the bar events. So we keep it local, we do these once a month. We set incentives for the team to bring someone in the business that's not in the business. So if someone turns up with 3, they'll get 3 entries into the prize draw, whatever that might be. But we set incentives, we try and bring a car full, and it's a bit of banter between us who can bring the most people that's not in the business. These are so important. We get good testimonials there as well. because I think you'll all agree that when you're in the room and you hear a story of what the products has done for someone, even if you haven't got a room full of potentials that might buy the products, it literally gives people that product belief that we need to want to go and share it with the rest of the people. So we really love that for product belief and just getting our team together really. And then the last one is we're always good for team meetups. So we'll always do building business at the picnic at the park with the kids. So all our kids know each other. We do like lots of gatherings. So community spirit in our team is really key as well to keep that team love and bond. So there are our top tips.
Woo! Well, guys, you can see those.
Well, so just a quick run through. So we've got buddying up with people in your local area, supporting each other's events, promoting it in advance is key, keeping it simple, organisation, make it an easy location. Ask for support from your uplines as well, don't feel like you're on your own. And also giving that support to your team as well. Start small. This speaks to me on a level because my first event, it was my upline, me and one teamie, and we played sounds off YouTube of the audience clapping live. Make it family friendly, make sure you give recognition to your team that turn up and lead from the front. Again, picnics, team events, we did rounders once in the park in Bath, it was great. Get your team behind it, sharing each other's stories, make it duplicatable as well so that your team can copy what you do and then you can attend those. Make it fun, have a list of people that you want to come with you and reach out to your potentials, set up an event page, training events, be consistent and just do it. So that was the first key point, is just decide just to do it. It doesn't matter where, when, you just got to have that mindset of getting it done. Location is key because obviously you want it to be Instagrammable and also good parking, easy to get to so there's less confusion for everyone. You've got people coming that might be really anxious. I went to my first event and I had to be met outside and walked in because I was so nervous. And then invite it to everyone, so across Juice Plus, across your connections in your area. And then bonus one is to be organised, make sure you've got preparation, make sure you've got your products to take with you, make sure you've got in your mind your spiel of how you want to talk about the business, and just committing to your events, no matter whether there's one person turning up or 50, because you've got to start small before they become big events.
Woo!
And I was like, do you know how quick I talk? I can literally talk for all of them in 3 minutes. So, first one that we thought was really, really important is always be telling your story. I think when you start in this business, it's so important to really early on get your new people to tell their story. Because everyone's got a story, even if they're brand new. And I think when people join and they're like, right, they're posting the Juice Plus post, they're posting, you know, about the shakes and all of this stuff, but they're not telling their journey of, you know, what they've got from the product, what they're feeling from the business. That's what's really important really early on, to kind of get people to tell their own story. We did a Zoom call last week where I didn't prep the team or anything, but I unmuted as many people as possible to all tell their 1 minute business or product story. They could tell what one they wanted, but I wanted them all to do it in 1 minute. So in a 40-minute Zoom, we got through like over 30 people, and it was so empowering. Like, rather than me just sitting on the Zoom and just talking like I do every Sunday, it was like I went around and I put them on the spot, and I was just like, 1 minute, you can do it. And afterwards, they were so empowered, they absolutely loved it, and now they're all on Facebook telling their story. So it just encourages them and gives them that motivation. Be yourself, be relatable, and be authentic. Something that is so important early on, because obviously we can all feel like we need to be someone at the start, like, oh, we have to pretend to be like this, or we have to pretend to be like that, when actually if team members come in and they're just really honest and they're really themselves, they tend to do the best.
And the third one, which you all know I love, is have big energy on your socials if you're trying to recruit and bring new people in. Always have energy, always do everything like full of energy and everything like that. So yeah, that's us.
I'm filming it and you put it on Insta. I'll send it to you. Picnic in the park. All the fun bits. I might just quickly like.
So this table has 450, is that what you said? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? We've got 900. Okay, so how about new frontline partners? Well, to be honest, nothing matters unless we all make a decision. Everything starts with a decision. So until we all make a decision that we're going to build frontline partners, it doesn't matter. The second thing then is all about actions. Okay, and we're all going to take different action because none of us are the same. And it's about owning who you are and really going with that. So our first top tip is customers. Customers make incredible distributors because they've already invested in the product. They have a story already. So it's so important that you're actually asking them the question that they know that they can join. I mean, how many of us in the room have actually said to our customers, would you like to get your product at a discounted price? And teaching our team members the same. Asking for referrals, so if our customers don't want to do the business, we could ask them who do they know that could help us spread the word. And sharing stories, because facts tell but stories sell. So the more stories that we share, the more people will relate to that. Because I could be speaking to someone today, but they may not be relating to me or my story, but I could share Laura's story. They could be a beautician who's overworked. But if I'm going through the marketing plan, like Rob said, that's not getting to the why, and Dee was very strong about this. We've got to listen to people to understand what it is that they want so that we can actually then help them realize that we can provide so many different things within this company. The second thing to build new frontline partners is to use tools. Because it doesn't matter what any of us does. It matters what duplicates. And a lot of us, we can speak to people, we can turn them into new partners, but when someone's new to the business, they can't do that, they don't have the belief yet. But if you can say, well, this is what I've done with you, I connected, I asked you, are you open, do you think you could do that? Yeah, I can do that. Next step was, I got you to watch your video. Do you think you could do that? Yeah, I could do that. The third thing I asked you is, are you ready to get started? We've got to ask people, are they ready to get started? And finally, events. So we can do, all of us here are amazing at social media. We can use our stories, we can use our posts, but there's nothing like actually getting a group of people together. You can do it online or offline. We couldn't do offline events for a long time, now we can. And that energy, you can't describe it. Team members who won't be here this weekend, they'll think, what am I missing out? They will never understand that until they get into the room. If you're doing an online event, we believe in keeping it so simple. We talk about the three stories. And we get 3 different people to share. One person will share why they love our company. There are 3 reasons why they love our company. Second person will share 3 reasons why they love the product. The last person will share 3 reasons why they love our community. People join for the business, people stay for the community. That's what we must remember. So that's our top 3 tips.
Woo!